Hey, I'm going to read what kinds of coverings do animals have. So this is going to go a little bit more into depth about their different coverings from the other story that we read, what animals wear. And this is an informational text. And if you remember that there is a special purpose that authors have when they're writing an informational text. What is the author's purpose in writing an informational text? If you said to teach us something or to inform us about something, then you're right. So we have our table of contents, and remember we use our table of contents kind of like the map. It helps us find things in the book, okay? What kinds of coverings? Animals have different kinds of coverings on their bodies. Their coverings suit their habitats or the natural places where the animals live. Mammal bodies have hair or fur. Reptile bodies are covered with thin, bony plates called scales. Turtles and tortoises are reptiles with hard shells. Birds are covered in feathers. Some animals have sharp spines or spikes. Some have bodies that change. So this is a baby bonobo and is covered with hair. Which animals have fur coverings? People are mammals with hair. How else are they covered? Skin. Feathers help birds fly or move in other ways. Some animals have bodies and coverings that change. There's a caterpillar. We know who changes from a caterpillar to a pupa and then to a butterfly. Snakes are reptiles with smooth scales that allow them to slither or slide from side to side. Turtles and tortoises have hard shells, and this porcupine has sharp spines called quills. Mammals have hair or fur. Most mammals have skin that is covered in hair or fur. Fur is soft, thick, short hair. Some ocean mammals have very little of either covering. Are the mammals on these pages covered with hair or fur? What other names do these coverings have? So we have cats. Look, there's a hairless cat. And then a sheep and a dog. Look at the little hedgehog. He's a cute guy. Says most cats are covered in fur, but some have no fur or hair other than just some whiskers. So the whiskers count. All mammals have hair of some kind. The whiskers count. Sheep are covered in soft curly hair called wool. Cheetah cubs have a mantle or a covering of long fur on their necks and backs. The mantle protects them from sun and rain and helps hide them in their grassy habitat. Hedgehogs and porcupines have both hair and quills, which are made of keratin, like your nails. So their pokey things are made out of the same stuff our fingernails are made out of. Some dogs have short fur and others have long fur. What is the covering of the dog shown in this picture? Well, that guy has long hair, doesn't he? Thick, fat, and fur coats. Some mammals live in places with very cold winters, and some live in cold oceans. Their bodies are protected from the cold by layers of fat called blubber. Some, like polar bears and Arctic wolves, also grow thick fur. The walruses below live in the freezing Arctic Ocean. They have thick layers of blubber covering their bodies. Other than whiskers, they have very little hair. Dolphins are also a mammal. They have hair too. When we went to SeaWorld, they told us that when dolphins are born, they have a mustache, and that's their hair. It eventually falls out, but all mammals at one point have hair, even a dolphin. Arctic wolves have white fur year-round. White fur allows these wolves to blend in with their snowy habitat. In winter, they grow an extra layer of fur, which they shed in the spring. Their short, rounded ears help keep heat inside their bodies. It says Arctic wolves and polar bears have white fur all year. Find an animal in this book whose fur is white only in winter. So we have to keep a lookout for an animal in this book whose fur is only white in winter. Scales and shells. These are the scary kind, huh? Snakes, lizards, turtles, and crocodiles are reptiles. Their bodies are covered with scales. Snakes have smooth scales, but other reptiles have rough scales called scutes. Some reptiles have shells. Alligators and crocodiles are covered in scutes. Snake skin is smooth. This leaf-tailed gecko's scutes look like tree bark and its tail resembles a dying leaf. The gecko's covering hides it from animals that hunt and eat it. His tail looks like an old leaf. Turtles and tortoises. Turtles and tortoises have shells. The outer layer of the shells is covered in scutes. Some turtles live in water and some live on land. Sea turtles live in the ocean. The shells of turtles and tortoises protect them. Many turtles can pull their bodies into their shells to keep from getting hurt. Tortoises have thick, strong shells that are very heavy. These reptiles live on land. What do you think? How do the coverings of leaf-tailed geckos and turtles protect them in different ways? Fuzzy down and feathers. So far what I am remembering from this story is that mammals have some type of hair on them, and reptiles have scales. And now we're going to learn about birds, I'm pretty sure. Baby birds are covered in down or soft fuzzy feathers. Down keeps them warm. Adult birds have down close to their bodies, but they are also covered with stiff feathers. These feathers give them shape and color. Birds use these stiff feathers for flying, but not all birds can fly. Do y'all know which bird can't fly? These baby parrots have down feathers on their bodies and are starting to grow flight feathers. Remember, the flight feathers are the ones that help them start flying. See, it's pointing to the soft little down feathers on that bird. This adult parrot has long, stiff feathers on its wings called flight feathers. Its tail feathers are very long, too. Ostriches cannot fly. Oh, man, I was thinking of penguins when I said that. But ostriches are a bird, too, and they can't fly either. Ostriches cannot fly, but they are fast runners. Adult birds have 4 kinds of feathers that keep them warm or cool. Ostrich chicks, however, have only soft down feathers. Penguins do not fly, they swim. Adult penguins have feathers that are close together to help keep water away from their skin. Penguin chicks are covered with soft, thin down. King penguin chicks have brown down that they will shed. What color will their new feathers be? Y'all know? It's probably going to look just like his daddy, right? What do you think? How do the feathers of each kind of bird help it move in a different way? So I'm thinking about the different kind of feathers that penguin has. We know that penguin has feathers that keep him dry. Would the ostrich do well if he had feathers that would keep him dry too? Think about their different habitats. The ostrich is going to be in an area like a hot desert. I honestly think he would probably want to be cool. So being wet might be a good thing for this ostrich, but being wet for the penguin who lives where it's really cold is not a good thing. Coverings that scare. Oh my goodness. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is the scary page. Some coverings, such as sharp spines and bright colors, protect animals by scaring away predators. Predators are animals that hunt and eat other animals. Spines can be found on mammals, fish, and even insects. Ooh. Tenrecs are similar to hedgehogs and porcupines. They also have sharp spines. Porcupine fish are able to make their bodies big and round by swallowing water or air. Their round shape and sharp spines make them look dangerous. Don't eat me. Bright colors and patterns warn that an animal may be poisonous. When predators see bright colors, they stay away. Look at that cool looking frog. It says when a fire-bellied toad sees a predator, it shows its bright red belly to scare it away. The bright green color on the saddleback caterpillar startles predators. Its spines contain poison that can cause pain. The peacock butterfly's eye spots make this insect look much bigger than it is. The peacock caterpillar has a black, spiny body. The sharp spines can cause pain when touched. And here's the peacock caterpillar. So that's what it looks like before it turns into this. Coverings that hide. This is kind of a pretty picture. Camouflage is colors and markings that allow animals to blend in with their surroundings. Some animals resemble parts of their habitat. This kind of camouflage is called mimicry. Animals that use mimicry are hard to spot because they look like parts of nature, such as flowers, leaves, and coral. Which animal on page 10 uses mimicry? Oh, it's that gecko. The orchid mantis above blends in with the pink orchids on which it catches its prey or the animals it hunts and eats. I don't even see it. Oh my goodness. Can you see it kind of hiding there? The pygmy seahorse matches the pink bumpy coral around it. Can you tell where the seahorse is? Leaf insects look just like leaves. They even rock back and forth to mimic being blown by the wind. There is a bug right there on that leaf. If you wanted to blend in with a forest, what color of clothes would you wear? I have this little boy wearing some camouflage, and it's got like browns and greens. Those are the colors you would want to blend into a forest, right? Coverings that change. Remember our question a while ago? What animal has a coat that changes? Here's our answer. Many animals have the same coverings for most of their lives, but some have coverings that change. Birds grow feathers, and some animals shed their coverings and grow new ones. For example, the fur of the snowshoe hare changes with the season. The snowshoe hare's summer fur is brown. In autumn, the fur starts changing color. The hare's winter coat is white and much thicker. Big changes. Some baby animals look like their parents. Other baby animals, such as frogs and butterflies, start out looking very different from their parent. Their bodies change 2 or more times before they become an adult. This set of change is called metamorphosis. Many insects go through metamorphosis. Butterflies start their lives inside eggs laid by adults. A caterpillar hatches from each egg. Later, it creates a case around itself and becomes a pupa. It then emerges or comes out as a butterfly. Did we go through metamorphosis? Think about your baby pictures. Do you still pretty much look the same? Maybe with more hair, a little bit taller? We don't go through metamorphosis. Mostly insects do. How are we covered? People are mammals with hair. You cannot see some of our hair because we also cover our bodies in clothing. Unlike most animals, we can change the way we look by changing our hair or the clothes we wear. We change our clothes to suit the weather or the activities we do. We also wear certain clothes because we like how they look. This girl wears different clothes to school than when she is exercising. How has she changed her hair? She has it pulled back to keep it out of her face when she's trying to learn. And here it's just down with a little headband on. Copycats. We have copied many of our clothes from animal coverings. Some clothes help us do things that animals do, such as swim underwater in oceans. Dolphins have thick skin which protects them in the cold ocean. This boy is wearing a wetsuit which also protects his skin in the ocean. He is also wearing flippers like a dolphin so he can swim quickly in ocean water. All right, that's the end of the story. That was a pretty good one. It gave us lots of different information about some of the things the animals have. All right, catch you next time.